WrestleMania 40 was one of the greatest professional wrestling shows in recent memory. As existing stories ended, even more began. I have tasked the AI engine ChatGPT to book the aftermath of the historic event, giving us insight to what the WWE may look like in the coming weeks on the road to Backlash. How accurate will ChatGPT bookings be? Only time will tell. No time to waste, let's get started. Rhea Ripley addresses the audience, expressing her frustration with the lack of worthy challenges stepping up to face her. Zoe Stark defeats Candice LeRae via pinfall after a hard-fought match, showcasing her skills and determination. Before his match, Chad Gable approaches Sami Zayn backstage, congratulating him on his triumphant victory at WrestleMania, but subtly expressing his desire for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Chad Gable then defeats JD McDonough in an exciting match, showcasing his grappling acumen in the ring. New Raw Tag Team Champions Miz and R-Truth are set to defend their titles on the first Raw following WrestleMania against Veer Mahaan and Sangha. Despite competing in a grueling ladder match only days ago, the team of the Awesome Truth are able to successfully defend their titles. Gunther stands center in the ring, alone and addressing the WWE Universe. He speaks about his desire to challenge Damian Priest for the World Championship, stating that Priest is a formidable competitor but believes he is ready to take the title from him. As Gunther continues to speak, he is interrupted by Braun Breaker's music. Breaker makes his way to the ring, staring down Gunther as he grabs a microphone. Braun Breaker acknowledges the ring general's intentions, but asserts that if anyone is going to challenge Damian Priest for the World Championship, it should be him. Drew McIntyre defeats Dexter Lumis in the main event. McIntyre is understandably fuming after the events that occurred that led to his brief world title reign at WrestleMania. SmackDown opens up with the new Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes. Rhodes claims he will be an honorable champion before being interrupted by Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa led by The Rock, who claim Cody Rhodes' days as WWE Champion are numbered. The next segment brings the ground-shaking aura of Jade Cargill. SmackDown's newest female competitor is set to make her in-ring SmackDown debut against Isla Dawn. Dawn is a talented competitor in her own right, but Cargill seems to be on another level already. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are seen backstage, both visibly frustrated after their losses at WrestleMania. They exchange heated words, each blaming the other for their defeat before Owens would challenge Orton to a match next week. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller take on Ashante the Adonis and Cedric Alexander in tag team action. Much like the new champions on Raw, the new champions on SmackDown had a quick turnaround before getting back in the ring. A-Town Down Under showcased their teamwork and ruthlessness on their way to a victory. After the match, Waller and Theory declare their intentions to dominate the tag team division. The main event of SmackDown will feature LA Knight, fresh off of a victory at WrestleMania, going one-on-one with Santos Escobar, looking to further solidify himself as a force on the brand, as there is a giant question mark in the main event scene. These two would put on a phenomenal match that left the fans wanting more, and in the end, it would be LA Knight to secure the victory. To kick off Monday Night Raw, Chelsea Green defeats Maxine Dupree in singles action, showcasing her technical prowess and determination to climb the ranks. Rhea Ripley appears after the match, downplaying Green's legitimacy as main eventer. Judgment Day, represented by Dirty Dom and Finn Balor, pick up a victory in tag team action over the team of DIY. The stable makes their claim as the most dominant in all of WWE, and that they plan to regain the Raw tag team titles. Sami Zayn would compete with Jinder Mahal in singles competition. Zayn would once again turn in an admirable performance, celebrating with the crowd after a hard-fought match, solidifying his status as the Intercontinental Champion. After the match, Chad Gable would again appear, showing respect to the champion after his triumph. Gunther takes on Ricochet in the next match, and Ricochet fights with no hesitation. However, Gunther wins via pinfall after a ruthless display and a thunderous powerbomb to conclude a hard-fought match, showcasing his strength and power. World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest is in action for the first time since WrestleMania, going one-on-one with Kofi Kingston. Kingston, a former champion in his own right, isn't going to lay down to the new champ. However, Priest was able to kick off his reign with an exclamation point on the back of a strong victory. McIntyre would then come down to the ring, attacking Damian Priest furiously and sending a message. The main event will consist of Braun Breaker's in-ring debut on Raw, which will have plenty of eyes on it. Breaker will go toe-to-toe with a monster in their own right, Bronson Reed. The match is competitive and hard-hitting until it is interrupted by Gunther, who will not allow his title contention to be put at risk to a newcomer like Braun. The show ends in a physical brawl between the two huge superstars, seeing Braun Breaker getting the upper hand on Gunther. SmackDown Tag Champs are in action once again, this time butting heads with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. The champs are again victorious, but the Street Profits interrupt Theory and Waller's celebration, warning the champions that they've yet to face a tag team of their caliber. Jade Cargill is back in singles action as she takes on Michin, once again putting on a dominant performance. Cargill is clearly attracting attention, as shown by Bianca Belair's appearance after that match. Up next, we've got Kevin Owens taking on Randy Orton. The match is set to be a quality bout, although it ends in a no contest after both men refuse to back down, resulting in a brawl that spills out of the ring and into the backstage area. After further physicality, Orton would end the brawl with an RKO. The issues between these two clearly are nowhere near resolved. In further attempts to determine the next challenger for the WWE title, now held by Cody Rhodes, LA Knight continues his spree for the main event as he takes on Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul. All three of these competitors would benefit with a victory here, and each of them walked out of WrestleMania with a victory. This main event triple threat definitely did not disappoint, and it was an exciting contest that kept everyone on the edge of their seat. LA Knight would walk out with his hand raised in victory. Drew McIntyre is banned from the ring and locker room area for the night due to his actions last week. He watches from a monitor, seething with rage as Damian Priest gloats in the ring about his victory over McIntyre and his plans to dominate as champion. Chad Gable confronts Sami Zayn once again, demanding a title shot and warning Zayn that he won't rest until he gets his opportunity. Sami Zayn claims that Gable is a worthy competitor, but Sami doesn't call the shots around here. Gable then vows to make an impact that cannot be ignored. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are scheduled for a tag team match against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. The women's division is wide open over on Raw, and Chelsea Green and Zoe Stark are looking to take advantage of the opportunity and make a name for themselves. With both ladies eyeing title contention, this tag team match is filled with animosity. However, after a back and forth match, it is Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to come out on top. Chad Gable is set to compete in one-on-one action against Xavier Woods. As mentioned earlier, Gable is looking to make an impact in order to get noticed to challenge Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Xavier Woods is a qualified competitor, but Chad Gable is laser focused and is able to take down Woods as he inches towards contention. After the match, Sami Zayn makes an appearance, proving that Chad Gable has got the champ's attention. Gunther and Braun Breaker are forced to team up to take on the team of Ricochet and Apollo Crews for the main event on Raw. The two top contenders turn in a dominating performance as each competitor tries to one-up the other and attempts to prove themselves as the rightful contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tensions are high, but the two contenders make it through the match without conflict. Cody Rhodes enters the ring to a thunderous ovation from the WWE Universe, proudly holding the WWE Championship high above his head. He talks about his journey to the top, overcoming obstacles, and finally achieving his dream of becoming champion. Austin Theory and Montez Ford competed in a competitive match that would see the tag team partners of both men getting ejected after having involvement, leaving the referee with no choice. The match would continue, and Montez Ford would ultimately pick up the victory after capitalizing on the momentary distraction. Naomi approaches Jade Cargill backstage and offers her her hand in support as Jade navigates the new locker room. Dragon Lee returns to SmackDown, still visibly shaken from the attack. He challenges anyone involved in the assault to come forward and face him like a man. Despite nobody coming forward, Lee decides to manage Rey Mysterio for his upcoming match against Cameron Grimes. After an exciting contest, Mysterio picks up the victory and welcomes Lee back to SmackDown. Cody Rhodes makes his first in-ring appearance in front of the WWE Universe as champion. The American Nightmare is overwhelmed with emotion, but vows to be a fighting champion and goes on to put on an exciting match with Karrion Kross that ultimately saw the new champion end the show in victory. Who'd have thought? Fatal four-way between Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green, who has Piper Niven in place competing for her. The winner of this match would earn contention to face Rhea Ripley at Backlash. After a fast-paced bout, it was Zoe Stark to come out on top as the new #1 contender. CM Punk makes a surprise appearance, taunting Drew McIntyre about his failures. This ended up fueling McIntyre's aggressions in his next match against Ivar, where he picked up a big victory. After the match, McIntyre claims his rematch for Backlash for the world title. Ludwig Kaiser and Braun Breaker are set to clash in the next match. Breaker and Gunther have been on a collision course set for destruction, and their paths are surely going to cross soon. Breaker is tasked to take on Gunther's right-hand man in Ludwig Kaiser, but ultimately Braun Breaker wins via pinfall after a hard-fought match, further establishing himself as a formidable force on the main roster. To end the night, Damian Priest and Judgment Day come out to answer Drew McIntyre's challenge, accepting the challenge, however adding the stipulation of a last man standing match. In the go-home show to Backlash, Grayson Waller and Angelo Dawkins go one-on-one to kick off SmackDown. Both men were looking to get a leg up for their team as we near the title match on Sunday. It was a competitive bout, but Grayson Waller ultimately wins via pinfall after Austin Theory provides a distraction, and even takes it a step further with a post-match attack, further intensifying the rivalry between these two teams. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are seen brawling backstage once again. These two have a very volatile relationship, and their high tensions are again on display in this act of physicality and disdain. This time it was Kevin Owens getting the edge on his opposition. Naomi and Jade Cargill compete together in a tag team match, defeating former tag champs Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. After the match, Cargill issued a challenge to the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team titles at Backlash. Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles both feel that they are deserving of a shot to take on Cody Rhodes for the WWE title, so these two are set to face off in singles competition, where the winner will meet LA Knight at Backlash to truly determine the rightful #1 contender for the prestigious title. The SmackDown fans were in for a treat, as these two former world champions delivered a pay-per-view worthy match between two hungry stars. AJ Styles nearly had this match won after he connected with a phenomenal forearm, but it wasn't enough to keep down the Almighty. In the end, Bobby Lashley hit Styles with a spear to secure the victory and secure a match at Backlash. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa aim to lend Cody Rhodes a preview of Backlash as they take on Andrade in a handicap match. The Bloodline members display a vicious intent, projecting their frustrations onto Andrade. He didn't go down without a fight, but Andrade was unable to overcome the numbers, leaving fans to speculate what would be Cody's fate come Sunday. We've made it to Backlash, and boy, this match card is a banger. To kick it off, Rhea Ripley has been enjoying a dominant run as champion and is facing another new challenger here at Backlash. Zoe Stark had been scratching and clawing her way into title contention. However, the challenger has yet to face a beast quite like Rhea Ripley with her title on the line. Zoe Stark is a tough competitor, but Rhea Ripley is just on another level, and that is evident here as she successfully retains her title in dominant fashion. The Street Profits challenge A-Town Down Under for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. These two teams have had issues with one another ever since WrestleMania had ended. While the two teams have shared the ring in various matches, this is the first time they will go 2-on-2 with the gold on the line. While the Street Profits are one of the most dominant teams in recent memory, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller win the match and retain the tag team championships after a hard-fought battle, solidifying their status as a dominant force in the tag team division. Jade Cargill has taken the WWE by storm, and in just a matter of mere months, is looking to add another impressive appearance at a big event. This time, teaming with Naomi to challenge the women's tag team champions in Asuka and Kairi Sane. Asuka and Kairi Sane are as good as they come, so a victory here will be much easier said than done. Naomi is a great competitor in her own right, and Jade Cargill is clearly a star in the making. However, the difference maker ended up being a distraction from Bianca Belair, which gave the champions just enough breathing room to take advantage and retain their championships. For several months, the Intercontinental Championship has been a focal point of intense competition within the WWE. Sami Zayn, known for his eccentricities and undeniable in-ring skills, captured the Intercontinental Championship in a historic, hard-fought battle against Gunther at WrestleMania. However, that was just the beginning. Chad Gable, a friend to Sami, immediately set his sights on the Intercontinental Championship, demanding his shot. Gable was eventually noticed by management and deemed worthy of another shot at the prestigious title. As tensions between Gable and Zayn reached a boiling point, the stage was set for a showdown of technical prowess, cunning strategies, and sheer determination as Chad Gable looked to dethrone Sami Zayn and capture the Intercontinental Championship for himself. These two put on a phenomenal match that in the end saw Sami Zayn walk away as the Intercontinental Champion. Bobby Lashley and LA Knight, two superstars on SmackDown who have been consistently proving their worth as a potential contender. LA Knight, the megastar, looking to etch his name into the history books, and the almighty Bobby Lashley, looking to regain his place at the top of the mountain. These two competitors know what's at stake here, and that's the chance to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Universal Championship. Neither man hesitated to give it everything they had, and in turn, gave the fans an exciting contest. Ultimately, LA Knight was able to hit the BFT and secure the pinfall victory over Bobby Lashley. The next contest is going to be pure destruction. Gunther and Braun Breaker are set to go one-on-one in this grueling contest. Both of these competitors have left a wake of battered opponents on their paths to get here, and Gunther is looking to solidify himself as the most feared man on the roster following his historic Intercontinental title reign, while Braun Breaker is hoping to take the fast track to superstardom on the main roster. These two held nothing back when going after one another, but in the end, it was Gunther able to reign supreme over Braun Breaker, now setting his sights on the world champion. The next match features a seasoned veteran taking on a brash and outspoken competitor. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens respectively have experienced a transition within their relationship. The two men were once able to get along, now carry hatred and animosity towards the other. The two men blame one another for their failures at WrestleMania 40, and with the WWE Universe eagerly anticipating a showdown between two of the most talented and tenacious superstars in the WWE, the stage is set for a blockbuster encounter. And it certainly didn't disappoint. These two left it all in the arena, and after a heated battle, the Legend Killer was able to get the leg up on the prize fighter as he scored the victory here. Drew McIntyre has got his chance to reclaim what was stolen from him at WrestleMania, as he challenges the new champion Damian Priest for the title in a last man standing match. While Drew McIntyre has been lengthening his already long list of enemies, Damian Priest quickly placed his own name atop of that list after cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Drew McIntyre. These two giants would engage in an extremely physical match, as both competitors showed the level of desire they have for being champion. Damian Priest is determined to show the world that he will not be a transitional champion, but Drew McIntyre is one of the greatest of this current generation, especially when equipped with the emotional charge behind what's at stake. McIntyre fought through interference from Judgment Day members like Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough, but much like WrestleMania, McIntyre's downfall would come by way of his obsession with CM Punk, as Punk's music and Titantron played, but no CM Punk in sight. The distraction would ultimately set Damian Priest up to deliver the South of Heaven to McIntyre through the announce table, keeping the Scotsman down for the 10 count and securing the championship for Priest. In the main event of the evening, Bloodline members Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, led by The Rock, are looking to deal some serious damage to the champion in this scheduled handicap match. However, Cody Rhodes came prepared and was aided by John Cena, evening the odds and turning this match into a tag team match. Cody Rhodes may have finished the story when he was able to defeat Roman Reigns, however that would only be a chapter within the bigger picture. The Bloodline is clearly still very interested in the works of the world champion. Cody Rhodes had even been becoming rather proficient in tag team wrestling, so an exciting contest is to be expected. John Cena and Cody Rhodes fought with honor to bring the WWE into a new era, while the Bloodline has The Rock watching, so they are aiming to impress. It was a great match to cap off a huge night, and in the end, the champion hit the crossroads to end the match and secure the victory. If you enjoyed the video, please help out the channel by leaving a like. If we can get this video up to 1,000 likes, expect more 2K24 content to come from the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.